Your Daily 180, 180 seconds of pure Bible study.
All right, we're still in John chapter 1. You remember back in the previous verses, there were people, he came to his own and his own did not receive him. They rejected him. The very people who should have got it, they rejected him. Then we see in verse number 12, but as many as received him, to them he gave the right to become the children of God. Now verse number 13, where we're starting today, who were born not of blood, nor the will of the flesh, nor the will of man, but of God. God is the active agent in this process. Now, we have choice, as we talked about yesterday. But you see, it doesn't matter what I decide. If God doesn't do what he said he would do, when I do what he commanded me to do, then it's useless. But when he commands me and I respond in submission and surrender to him, then he does marvelous things. Now, a couple of keys here, not of blood. This is not a DNA thing. The children of Israel, in John chapter 8, in many lessons to come, we're going to see there where the religious elites are saying, what do you mean? We are Abraham's descendants. That was their favorite conceit, that they were Abraham's descendants. And Jesus is going to say, no, you're not Abraham's descendants. Oh, they were by DNA, but not by faith. And then nor the will of the flesh. This is not something that we just decide, like a fleshly desire, nor the will of man. Just a desire that I'm going to be good enough, do enough, I'm going to do this. No, this is an act of God. Now, verse number 14, we'll begin this discussion today. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. That's a big verse. Number one, that verse identifies the Word back in John 1 verse 1. Remember, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That's an amazing thing when you stop and think about it. Well, what is this Word? Well, verse 14 makes it clear. The Word took on flesh. God is the Word, the ultimate communication of the Godhead. What's God the Father like? Well, Jesus will tell us over in John 14, if you've known me, you've known the Father. And so Jesus comes to earth. We call it incarnate. It is the idea with flesh, with meat. He came to earth in such a way that we could understand the true nature of God. Join us again tomorrow.